Looks like we're live. What's up, guys? Mark Yansich here. Hey, there's the camera. Whoa, this video's been a long time coming. I've been setting up all my tech, figuring out all these cool things and what I want to do to really knock it out of the park with a couple of videos in the near future. Then I'm going to have another baby, and then I'm going to get back into these. So I'm sorry if they're not going to be super consistent, but it's one of those things where sometimes I shoot from the hip a little bit too often, and I want to get things started. So I got some preliminary cool things set up. As you guys can tell, I got a little frame going on. But today we're going to be talking about video offers. So let me show you kind of the outline of what we're going to be talking about today. There we go. It's going to be pretty cool. I do a thing, and it's actually with my partners and actually on my own and with my family. Whenever I invest in real estate, I do video offers along with the letter of intent or with the offer through an agent. And when I do those videos, they are massively successful. And so I think that I'm going to just basically kind of break it down, what I do to make them successful for me, what you guys can do, some of the things I've learned, kind of just, and honestly, I'm not a pro at it, but what I do works. And so I'm just sharing my experience. There's no right, wrong, or whatever way to do it. So I'm going to talk about that real quick. It's just a quick 5-step breakdown of how to create a video offer that goes along with your actual paper offer to make it super successful. If you are, we have over 10,000 people in our Facebook group right now. So if you are new to active duty passive income and you're new to our Facebook group, you're new to what we do, just know that we are a bunch of active duty, reservists, retired veterans, spouses, family members of military. Like, we are service members in the United States military, and we love real estate. We love entrepreneurship, and we are trying our best to buy as much of it as possible to create as many streams of income so that when it's time to transition out of the military, or if we're already out of the military, that can pad our pockets or even maybe take over our W-2 incomes and just allow us to really benefit from all the amazing things that are set up with our American tax code and real estate the way it is in America. America is truly the cornerstone of American wealth. That's what I believe. That's what my team believes. And so that is the cornerstone of our education. And our whole team, our whole community is all about education around real estate investing, and then all the cool things surrounding that and how it can open tons of doors up. All right, so without further ado, we're going to be talking about the video offer, and then we're going to be talking about, because a lot of you guys are just brand new, I'm going to jump into just, talking about what I do now, what I have done, what got me here. And I'm just going to do a brief overview of who I am, because a lot of you guys are probably sick of who I am. Like, you listen to some of my podcasts or whatever, podcasts I've been on. And some of you are just getting into it. This is the first time you've heard about us. This is the first time you've, you got into either YouTube or one of our Facebook groups, and you're just getting to know us. So I'll give you a little bit of an overview. And if you have any questions, just drop them in there. Hey, what's up, Eric? Say what? All right. So video offers. Why are they so cool? Well, first of all, video, I'm not a psychologist, but I've heard a lot of people talk about how video has this amazing power to be about as close to the real person as possible. It is the closest way to get, on an emotional level, on a psychological level, to really just connect with a person. And that's why it's so powerful. You hear the person, you see the person, it transcends the text sometimes. And the reason why it's effective for transactions is because there's a barrier there. There's a barrier when you try to buy a piece of America. It's called the agents and the brokers, and they are a good thing. They're an amazing thing a lot of times. But sometimes you're not allowed to just, hop over the wall and go talk to the seller, or vice versa. And sometimes that's all it takes to make something happen. And so when you are able to just make an informal video and talk to somebody, through that video, you might make magic happen, quite literally. And this has helped me not only with multifamily investments, but also just getting out of tough spots in my primary residence purchases. So what I do, all right, is I just grab a camera, and typically, honestly, I think every single time so far, it's just been my iPhone. This little guy right here. Oh, look at that, ADPI sticker. Can you see it? Can you see it? There we go. Active duty passive income. Awesome. So Back in focus. So I grab my camera. It's just me in my car. Maybe there's my family in the background, just being real. It doesn't matter. Kind of like, it's not live. It's like this is. It's just pre-recorded. I'm just standing there, and I do it landscape, not horizontal. Or sorry, yeah, landscape, not vertical, not portrait mode. And I just hold the camera there, and I just have a conversation. And the first thing I talk about is just intro. I just go tell people like, hey, who am I? Why am I videoing them? And I tell them like, hey, I'm Mark Sitch. I'm interested in your property. I represent a group of investors that are service members. And I just kind of go into my spiel. The next thing I talk about, and this is what works for me in particular, and so you guys don't have to do this. Again, these are just my steps that I'm outlining, is I talk about service, family, mission, and then how that leads to financial freedom. Why? Because I don't shy away from the fact that this is going to be financially a good decision for me to buy this property. Like, I am doing this for a reason. I don't shy away from that at all. So I talk about how I am in the military and someday I'm going to get out. And then this is the way that I plan on creating my financial future for my family. This is my financial strategy. So I talk about a family a little bit in there. Real estate is the cornerstone of American wealth. There you go. So, and I talk about my mission and our mission. And so with my partners in ADPI Capital, when we buy an apartment complex or a mobile home park, I talk about how that's what we do, and we plan on buying more of those around the country for cash flow, and we plan on taking care of them and like the asset, and we want to make it an even better performing asset by capitalizing it. And I kind of go into this little spiel about how what we do is we buy assets for cash flow. And here's the critical moment that I talk about, is I say that some of the members of our partnership are also members of ADPI, and it is important to us that we lead by example, that we walk the walk, that we continue actively investing in real estate and purchasing pieces of America, right? And so I talk about that, and I think that resonates with a lot of people. And I then jump into a little bit of credibility. I talk about how our entire team, whether together or individually, combined total, we have invested in over 1,000 units, whether it's we're general partners, limited partners, joint ventures, personal purchases, single family, multifamily, mobile home park. I kind of just do a quick little spiel like that. As you can tell, I talk pretty quickly, so I can kind of rattle that off. And then I complement their asset. So this is step 3, right? So we went from step 1, 2, and then I talk about complementing their asset and their property. So I tell them, like, look, you guys have done an amazing job so far. Or if it's really not doing that well, I tell them, like, look, you have an amazing asset that has a lot of potential. And we are here to help you offload it and to take care of it and to make it even better than it is. And pretty much that's it. The next thing is I talk about a smooth closing. All right, so come on, there we go. Smooth closing. This is important. This is very important. They want to know that you can close. They want to know that you're not just here to, I don't know, to send them fun videos and that's it, right? So I explain to them, maybe some past history, what I have closed. If I haven't closed on anything, I explain to them what my team is capable of, why we're motivated. I explain to them what kind of financing we're going to use, just very, very briefly. And I'm telling them, like, look, hey, we're in the military. We're all about checklists and systems. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this to a systematic closing that's going to be smooth for you and awesome for us. Boom. Easy day. They're going to love that. Last thing is closing remarks. Kind of sum it all up, wrap it all up into a nice bite-sized thing. And I'm just like, look, guys, I'm here to buy as much of America as possible. Me and my team want to make this a smooth closing for you. We are absolutely obsessed with buying real estate and showing other military and service members and their families how to do the same thing by walking the walk, being the crash test dummies. We hope to see you at the closing table, or, we hope to be sending you the closing docs via our attorney. And, that's it, via UPS or FedEx, right? And so it kind of, you can add a little bit of humor in there, but here's the kicker. It's got to be maximum of 2 minutes. So if you got to practice this, practice it. I remember one of them I did like 10 repeats. But also don't obsess about it being perfect. It has to be real. Don't worry about making it perfect. And again, the cool thing is this breaks the barrier. What I have noticed is, I think without fail, every single agent and or broker has told me that this is the first time they've seen this, if I haven't worked with them in the past. And they say that the seller said that this is the first time they've seen this. And it immediately, if we don't get an acceptance on the LOI, it at least gets us to the next level of negotiation, or it shoots us up to the top of the list. I mean, you can go an extra step and write a personal letter too. I know that's not uncommon in like primary residence purchases, but videos actually takes it to the next level, honestly. And let me see. What else did I want to say about that? Oh, and that the brokers and agents actually, they're okay with you breaking that barrier, because they want the sale to happen too. And it's not like you're not bad mouthing anybody. You're actually, on the contrary, you can even toss in a compliment to the broker, right? I've actually done that before, and that created a lot of goodwill and stuff down the road. Like, I still talk to some of our brokers, so I don't know. That's just something that Jackie, seriously, this is killer. And I don't know if maybe this is something I can have conversations with some of our ICC agents, but this might be something that we can upload to you guys. So we've got a bunch of agents that we work with that are around the country. We're growing that network right now, and they kind of help our members when it's time to buy a primary residence that they want to make into a smart home purchase that is an actual investment, not just a liability down the road. This could be part of the SOP, and you guys can actually take this video and send it to people to kind of just explain to them what to do. And I could actually send you guys an example. So let me give you one cool story, though. Okay, I should have let you guys know that this was going to happen up front. So something I accomplished with my primary residence here, I had a really tough situation because so my business income hasn't matured for over 24 months or 2 years. So I wasn't able to have that help me qualify. So I had to qualify based off of my military income. And because of all the business and real estate stuff that I do outside of that, I have like certain loans in my personal name. Like, we were doing a bunch of renovation, we did like a whole plumbing excavation thing on one of our multifamilies. I just put that down. I'm learning the hard way. Guys, I'm the crash test dummy, right? And I put that as myself as the guarantor. So boom, that's a liability on my name. Even though the business has paid that every single month, it didn't pay it for a full 12 months yet, so that counted against me. My parents put me on the deed of their house because I wanted to share a HELOC with them, which is awesome for a lot of things we're doing, but turns out that counted against me. A lot of these things added up. And so I was actually kind of like teetering on like, wait, am I going to qualify for this loan here? And so there was actually basically a delay. We had to like follow up with some more paperwork. And my agent told me like, hey, the sellers are nervous. They're wondering like if you're going to close. And I'm like, look, there's absolutely no way I'm not going to close. Like, trust me, just need to, massage some things, make them, show some extra documents. It's going to be fine. 100%. Ended up just like paying off one of my cars just to make it work. But anyway, that's a different story. But what I did is me and my wife, we were just like, you know what, let's make this work. And we were in a car. My 2-year-old was in the back playing a video game or watching like Baby Shark or something. And we just sat there and we just did a video. It was a couple of minutes long. We were like, hey guys, we're sorry about the delay. We didn't mean this to happen. We're people just like you. And we really want this to come to the closing table. We hope to see you guys, tomorrow. Just give us an extension for another day. And that's what they did. And it was, my agent called me and she was actually a dual representation. She represented the sellers and the buyers. I wanted her to get a little bit of extra commission and kick some in on the closing costs for us. So that's why I did that, and I felt comfortable with the process. But I was like, she told me that was an amazing idea. She was stunned because apparently they were pretty pissed. And so I don't know. There's another example of the power of video. And look at this. This is the power of the video. I am in my garage. I just set up a studio here. Got some pretty cool tech actually, but this is just a garage. And I'm talking to all of you guys via YouTube and Facebook right now. And actually I'm on Periscope too. I don't know if anybody's ever on Periscope. We're going to be on LinkedIn soon. I'm going to keep doing these. And I don't know. I'm excited to keep doing these. If you guys have ideas of topics that you want me to do, drop them below. Something I forgot to mention. If you are on YouTube, or even if you're not on YouTube, go to YouTube. Please subscribe to us and hit the little bell button, because guess what? Turns out YouTube doesn't care about subscribes anymore. It's really like, do you actually watch the video? And if you are actually getting any value out of this and you want to continue watching our videos, we're actually going to start uploading all of our podcasts up to YouTube, and we're actually going to start live streaming the podcast to YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. It's going to be awesome, but you got to click the little bell button. The bell button is now the real subscribe button on YouTube. So if you click that, you'll actually be notified when we go live again, or when another episode comes out, or whatever. So yeah, there you go. Marky on Stitch is out. I actually just noticed I missed a call with my team about multifamilies, so I'm going to apologize in public right now to them because I totally screwed that up. Oh well. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Take care.